How's the Solihull property market, Dom? Coming to you this week with a little change in scenery. It is week 4 as we end or approach the end of January. What are this week's stats across the Solihull property market? Well, let's start with instructions. They are up 20% week on week, 76 last week, 91 this week. Sales agreed are up and remain constant, 72 last week, 74 this week. That's an increase of 3% week on week. Price reductions have come down 17% from 54 last week to 45 this week. And that is a sign that properties are having to be reduced in order to gain or attract more attention. We've discussed this before, that a lot of stock had sat on the market for too long at too much money, and that has needed to be addressed by agents across the area, and I'm pleased to see that that is taking place. How are we feeling, or what are we feeling within the offices at DM & Co? Well, I'm going to start with the ladies in lettings. The 45 new tenants have registered this week, looking predominantly for family homes, 3, 4 and 5 bedrooms with budgets of between £1,500 and £3,000. Kiara, who I caught up with earlier in the week, has pointed out that there's a sharp rise in tenants interested in short-term rentals of 6 to 9 months, and that they are scarce and not many of those available. So if you're a landlord out there who would be open to a shorter rental, and indeed in some or most instances people are prepared to pay a touch of a premium in order to have that flexibility at a shorter term tenancy length. The Solihull office, I was managed to catch up with Anne and Amy. Huge demand there for 3-bed semis between 350 and 450. And then, of course, family homes in B90 and B91, 4 and 5 bedrooms between the £600,000 and £800,000 mark. In the Dorridge office, I caught up with Rav and Matt. They're seeing plenty of buyers at the 600 to 900,000 price point, but not enough property at that level. And demand is high for smaller 2/3 bedroom properties, again sort of around the 400 to 500k there in Dorridge. The premium team, business as usual, Kathy and Elaine, £1 to £1.5 million within Solihull, walking distance to the school and train stations. And then in Dorridge, a couple of particular or a couple of specific requirements: golden triangle, good sized gardens, minimum 4 bedrooms, in particular period properties. These buyers have budgets of between £1.5 and £2.5 million. And then there's one particular buyer who's looking for Knoll, specifically around the Witchwood, Holland Avenue and Broadfern areas. Budget of 1.2 to 1.3 if it's all done, but would do some work, and the price would therefore need to be reflected in that. So, you know, would pick up something at 700,000 or 800,000 if it needed £200,000 or £300,000 spending on it. That's all for this week. Please don't forget that all the info of this on this data that we collect is in the section, or will be detailed below and posted onto the YouTube video link. It is in order for me to give a transparent overview of the local Solihull property market, utilising real data and live statistics from Rightmove. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe to stay up to date with the local property market, and tune in tomorrow for this week's sneak peeks. All the best. Thank you.